Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Hi, welcome to the stream. I'm Genevieve, and I'm joined here by legendary developer extraordinaire Evan Orton. We want to welcome you to our LEGO Brawls stream. It's launch week. If you haven't been here already, I'm going to give you the quick spiel to tell you to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're on YouTube. If you're not, head over to legobrawlsgame.com and check out our social and community channels. We've got some really cool fan kit stuff on that website. We've got ringtones and art and ringtones, more ringtones, all the ringtones.
All the ringtones you could ever hope for.
LEGO Brawls comes out this Friday, September 2nd on Steam, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, Xbox. Pre-orders are live now, but if you don't want to wait, you can play on the Steam demo, which is live now, and you can transfer your game data right on over to the live game on September 2nd. So I don't know if I have anything else to say. Let's just go ahead and get into it, right, Evan?
That's perfect. Yeah, we got all the the business stuff out of the way. Now let's play some video games. How about?
Let's do it.
That sounds fun. Yeah, so we'll go ahead. We'll just jump straight into matchmaking and just kind of have a look at our options here. We've got 4 different ones to vote on. I'm gonna go ahead and go Western because I like to feel like my vote swung the tie there. It was 3-3, but you know, my vote was the one that swung it, so I feel important, which is nice. So we're going in here to the Ninjago Legacy mat, and it is super cool. If there are any Ninjago fans out there, you guys should definitely see some fun stuff in here.
Oh, I know that there are some Ninjago fans out there.
Yeah,
I mean, they're everywhere.
They are, aren't they? And so I think we're on Team Garmadon here. Yes, we are. And the cool thing about this map is that it has this giant mech here in the middle. And whoever gets to that mech first gets to control it, and they stay in control of it until you essentially drain its health bar. So you can see that white health bar on it. So we've got to take some shots here if we're gonna get that mech back. But yeah, so it's a really helpful tool for keeping a control point. But as you can see, I just took the control point.
But
and
that mech is coming for you.
yeah, he's coming, and it's really kind of terrifying. But you don't necessarily have to hold the mech to have the control point. The mech can leave the control point, and then you can steal it from them. But mechs usually don't stay away for too long, so you got to be ready for them to come back.
I just want to warn you, Evan, that Lawful Enforcer is in the chat again today, so you better watch out.
I'm gonna have to keep my eyes peeled for the Enforcer because yesterday there were a few matches where it got a little bit ugly, I want to say, but I have been practicing. I put my game face on before we came here, so I'm ready to roll.
You just got beamed up.
Yeah, so I kind of dealt the final blow to the mech there, and so that kind of just summons you into the mech, and now I'm in control here, and I just get to wail on everybody. It's super fun, and then eventually you lose it. It's kind of similar to the T-Rex. We talked a little bit about that yesterday, but you're in the mech or the T-Rex suit, and your T-Rex suit. It's not a suit. It's just a T-Rex. But when you're in there, you're a big target.
Could it be a suit? Do we not know? I mean, we don't know what's going on inside that T-Rex.
There is a Lego minifig that's I think he's like a lizard man. And it looks very dinosaur-y. So there definitely is a T-Rex suit out there. Lego is not going to have, you're not going to be left wanting for something. There's all sorts of cool stuff. Which is why, like we said yesterday, that's why we have 77 trillion different customization options, is because there's just so much out there.
And I do want to let everyone know that Evan is taking 77 trillion customization options so seriously that he was like, there's no way we're playing the same minifigures today that we played yesterday. Like that, why would we when we have that many options?
Right. Yeah, you can't tell people that we have 77 trillion options and then show up with the same one every day, right?
No, of course not.
Doesn't make any sense.
Which might be confusing if I'm like, hey Evan, I want to join your game, and I join the game and I'm expecting like mermaid, and instead I get alpaca or llama.
Or the cyborg.
Or the cyborg.
Right? Oh, I just got a cool new tail too. This is exciting. But yeah, you definitely, I mean, we have the whole wardrobe, like we got to use it.
Let us know if you guys want to see anything specifically, because we are down to go in every single theme, customize something crazy for you guys. Just let us know in the comments.
Yep, we're just here to play and have a good time. So yeah, anything you guys want to see, let us know, and we will make it happen.
And I think we want to play with some champions today, isn't that right?
Yeah, I wanted to spend a little bit of time talking about the champions. Also, I think it might be kind of fun to spend a little more time talking about the power-ups as well, at least the ones that I've got unlocked, so we can kind of, dive in there, check it out, see what we've got, and, kind of maybe talk a little bit of strategy with some of them and do some things like that, which would be kind of fun, because sometimes you get a power-up and you don't know. You don't know what to do with it. You don't know anything about it until you use it and experiment with it and all that fun stuff. So maybe we can eliminate some of the guesswork on some of these for our players.
Yeah, and use those power-ups to eliminate some of our competition as well.
Right. Okay, so speaking of, we got back-to-back Ninjago maps here. So this is Ninjago Seabound, and this has a pretty cool mechanic. As long as you're not trapped in a bubble, you can try and show it. But this is a control point map, and so down below us there you can see a little compass pointing us to the control point. I just am gonna be in a bubble all day, which is okay. It's safe in there, I feel like. But do you see this dragon here? This is Wajira, and he's kind of the level ultimate for this stage. And there's a little token sort of thing that will spawn on the map, and if you get to it first, it's kind of a race, then you can take control of Wajira. And it's a little different than like the T-Rex, where you are actually still in control of your minifig, but you're also commanding the dragon as well. So it's a really fun power up, really powerful. It can really kind of swing the tide of things. And so it's actually, I don't know if you see it, but it's over here. We're just not gonna worry about you guys and run. Okay, we got it. So now we can.
Did I see you jump on somebody's bubble to pop it?
I don't think so. I may have just kind of timed
You're just
that.
using them. Yeah, you're just using them to get someplace else. You're just jumping on them.
Exactly.
Okay.
Listen, you got to get to where you need to go, and sometimes if you're in a bubble and in my way,
you're gonna jump over them.
I'm just gonna go around you.
Right. We have our first question in chat here. Jace Lionheart on YouTube asks, can you level up champions or anything like that?
Yes. So it's kind of an interesting thing. It's not necessarily directly like you're just leveling them up, but after this match, we'll go in there and I'll talk some more about champions. We'll kind of do a deeper dive on them, but it's kind of a fun little thing that you can sort of, like you said, it's almost like leveling up, but not exactly. But we'll go in there and we'll have a look at it. Show you guys.
You've gotten eliminated that blue guy quite a few times now. He's really coming for you.
I know, right?
You have to watch out for him.
It seems like everybody is after me.
Hey there, Lego Show. I think that's Sparkly Unicorn. So, I mean, I'm gonna call you Sparkly, but thanks for joining the stream today.
Oh. Okay, we're getting close to winning this one. Someone just got Wajira though, and so that's gonna slow us down just a little bit. But hopefully not for the duration. We got this.
I feel like this this bar in the top left corner that has like an alert symbol.
Yes.
What is that telling us?
So that is the victim meter, and that as you hold the control point, that's going to fill. And if your team fills it all the way, you have to hold that control point for 10 seconds. And once you've done that, you'll be the winner. So when it gets to the point that it was at there, where it's like really flashing and it's really demanding your attention, we're basically at the point where both teams had held the control point for as long as they needed to fill the victim meter. So it's just that last 10 seconds that you have to hold it, which is really interesting. You can get into matches where it goes back and forth quite a few times before someone finally holds it for that 10 seconds. So you can get a lot of really exciting matches that way that just don't end quite so easily. It just goes on. It's a lot of fun. But now that we're back at the home screen, let's go ahead and go in and take a look at the champions, because this is a little bit of a mystery to some. So we're going to go in here to our Brawlers menu, and this is where you'll see all of the preset minifigs that we've built, like Harry Granny. Who could forget Harry Granny?
Yeah, no, epic.
And if you go to here, you can actually add more. So you can have a whole bunch of these presets. And those are kind of handy, right? Like if you want to have a certain look or a certain like power up loadout based on the game type you're playing, you can have them all in here, which is really, really handy.
Yeah, and I think it's important to note too, and correct me if I'm wrong, but there's no way to delete a brawler, but you can customize it infinitely.
Yeah.
So if you have a bunch of them and you're like, I want to change one up, you don't have to create a new one. If there's an old one you don't want to use anymore, you can customize it.
Exactly. So if we wanted to, we'd had enough of Spectacular Joker, we can hit X here on this controller, and then we're into the menu here, and we can start doing some fun customization. Roll the dice here and see if we get anything that's exciting. But yeah, and then once we're done with this, then we can save it out, and we'll be Pretzel Farmer. That was actually that's what I wanted to be before I decided I was going to be a game designer. And I've never looked back, but sometimes you wonder.
Right. I mean, you can still do it. I mean, nothing's stopping you. Like on your weekends, you could still,
Pretzel Farmer.
Yeah. Cam B on YouTube asks if there will be new champions.
Yeah, I think you guys could expect to see new champions for sure. It's like I said, it's definitely something along with new stages and power-ups and minifigs, all that stuff. We plan to just keep adding stuff. So new champions are definitely a possibility for sure. Yeah, it'd be fun to see what we can come up with down the road. So anyway, let's have a look at these. So this is kind of where your champions will reside, just on this side of this. And you can see here we've got 4 of them, which you start with 3. You start with Heroic Knight, Intergalactic Girl, and Super Wrestler, and they're what we would consider like complete. So we don't actually have to do any work on these guys, but they come with all the pieces for customization. They're different power-ups. So Heroic Knight has the Hero's Chalice, the Joust, and the Hammer Car, and then also he comes with his own emote, which is super cool. But if you're working on a new champion, which as you play, you'll have new champions show up, and they'll kind of challenge you. And the way that they issue that challenge is you basically play with those champions, and as you play with them, you will unlock their power-ups. So if I were playing as the janitor, each time I use this trash can power up, my meter will increment a little bit. So you can see I've used it 43 times. Now, once I've used it 100 times, that power up will unlock and it will be added to my regular power ups. And I don't have to necessarily use the janitor to use that power up. So it's kind of nice if you really like the leaf blower, for instance, and you want to use that with your own custom minifig. All you got to do is brawl for a little bit as the janitor, and you will unlock the leaf blower. Same
now,
with
how how do you unlock a champion to begin with? Like a new, like say you're wanting a new champion. How do you unlock them?
So as you finish a champion, a new champion will challenge you. So it's
Okay.
just kind of as you go through these. Once I finish janitor, I will be challenged by this mysteriously outlined champion, and then this one, and then this one, and this one, and all the way through. And it doesn't necessarily go in straight order like this, but yeah, once you finish one, you'll have another that will challenge you until you've unlocked them all, in which case you wouldn't see another one until we launch new content. But yeah, so these are kind of cool. Maybe we'll do a little bit of brawling with the janitor, just so we can kind of see how that looks, and we'll check on our progress there. So I'm gonna go ahead into my brawlers. We're gonna go here, brilliant ballerina, and
Oh my
we're just gonna
gosh.
switch for.
Brilliant Ballerina is really doing the most.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you got a lot of options here. You can't waste them. And let's see, where is the editor?
Also, I'm so sorry that I made a mistake earlier, and I called the Lego show Sparkly. But I am so glad that you're with us, the Lego show. Thank you for joining today. And Nettie is watching us from Hungary. Isn't that so cool? And Lego Brawler, that one is Sparkly. So Sparkly is watching us from the west coast of USA, and we've got Purple Ninja in the USA. Thanks so much for watching, guys.
Yeah, it sounds like we got a lot of people from all over the place.
Yeah.
I am having a hard time finding my janitor, so maybe we won't play with him.
Do we have Janitor unlocked?
We should, but I'm not seeing him.
Well, you
Which
just
is
have so
strange.
many in there. I mean,
I know, right? It gets hard sometimes when you're trying to find the perfect minifig. But yeah, let's go out with Brilliant Ballerina for a minute then, and do a few more brawls.
what is he going to do with that T-bone steak there?
Well, I don't know that you would want to eat it after a match. So
Yeah.
who knows? Sorry. So here's janitor. We can find him here in this lobby
yeah.
as well. So we'll take janitor out for a test drive.
Yeah, I guess that's an important thing to note too, is that you can swap them out and
Yes.
in the waiting room as well.
Right. So right there along the bottom, and we'll kind of highlight that a little more next time we come around to it. But yeah, right along the bottom there, you'll have all your presets, all your brawlers there, so you can switch between them on the fly. If you know that you're going to go into Jurassic World, you're going to want to take, the perfect loadout for Jurassic World. And we'll see how the janitor's loadout works here on Jurassic World. So this is the nighttime version, and it is a Brawl Royale match. So in Brawl Royale, it's every minifig kind of for themselves, and the only way that you're going to score points is by eliminating other players. And it's a lot easier to do when you're a T-Rex, just in case you were curious.
Yeah, I would think so. Jace Lionheart pre-ordered on Switch today.
Oh,
We're so
awesome.
excited to have you join us, join the community. If you guys haven't already, you should definitely check out our community Discord. You can find that link at legobrawlsgame.com. And you'll just, you can go into our Discord, you can select what console or platform you'll be playing on, and you can make friends, cross-platform friends or Switch friends if you're playing on Switch. You can get some tips from Sparkly Unicorn or Lawful Enforcer or any number of actual seasoned pros at this game, so definitely check that out.
Yeah, and we very well could see some of those guys in this stream today because it has happened before.
Oh yes. Now, if you're competing against all of these minifigures, what is your strategy here other than T-Rex?
T-Rex is a very solid strategy for obvious reasons. But honestly, it's you kind of have got to keep an eye on your health bar, because there are lots of things out here in these power up bricks that you can get that will heal you. So as long as you're kind of keeping yourself alive, sometimes it's good to almost hang back a little bit and see if you can snag a nice opportunity to get a couple quick eliminations. Because sometimes you'll have people that are engaged in a heated battle, and then you can kind of just casually in passing just get a few eliminations, and you know
Another familiar face, JPSH Racer Gaming, asked, does health regenerate?
health does not regenerate. There are certain things that you can pick up in the map, like I said, to regenerate your health. One is pizza. You can pick up a pizza from these power up blocks, and you can also get a pizza suit, which is kind of an ultimate suit that, oh, speak of the devil, there's someone in one. So right now that minifig is regenerating health, or they were while they were in the pizza suit, and that one also will heal your teammates as well. So kind of cool. But there is kind of a caveat to that, where if you're playing a Brawl Royale match, you actually will get full health if you eliminate another player. And that can really turn the tides in that game mode, where everybody starts with just 3 lives. As soon as you're eliminated, or you eliminate someone, you get that nice little health boost, and it's super handy.
Coming in first.
We did it. And that's super nice too, because you can see we'll get 12 studs for taking first, and then another 12 for being in like the top half there. And so that's 24 studs, and that's going to go towards a new unlock. We got the Cyborg Blaster, which is super cool.
LEGO Brawls in our chat is just reminding everybody, or actually not reminding, because I don't think we've ever actually announced this, but we're doing a long live stream this Friday on launch day from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I was going to say MDT, Mountain Standard Time. So if you've already pre-ordered, or you plan to get the game early on launch day, you'll actually be able to jump in and play live with us. Play live against some of the development teams. So
be a ton of fun. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun people that we'll get to play with. It'll be a really good time. So definitely tune in for that.
These are all Evan's like best friends, right?
Yeah, I mean they're the
Quite
people
literally.
that, yeah, they're the people who built this game. So it'll be fun to hear maybe a few fun stories, maybe some witty jokes. Who knows?
Yeah.
Sky's the limit.
I've mentioned this before on like a past stream, but I'll mention it again. We have a pun of the day every day in stand-up. So if you're lucky, maybe they'll bring some of the puns of the days into our stream and let you in on some puns.
Yeah, if when we're streaming with Ray, if she doesn't come prepared with a pun, I'm going to be really disappointed in her. And I know you're watching, Ray, so you better find a good one.
Right.
Right. So let's take a minute before we go back in to kind of talk through a few power-ups. I know we had said that we were going to do this earlier, and this seems like a good time to do it. So we talked a little bit before about melees, but if you missed it, the one thing to note about melees is that they all have the same range, same damage, same speed, all those sorts of things. So you don't really need to worry about what you're choosing as far as a melee goes. If you want a stake, then take the stake to the field. Good on you. If you want a cool candy guitar, that works as well. Wrenches, you got all sorts of fun stuff, and tons of stuff that we still haven't unlocked. But this, really, it's kind of like the last thing that, in my opinion, really brings your outfit together is a nice melee to go with what you're working with. So yeah, you can pick any of those, and that's not going to have a lot of bearing on your game. But power-ups is where you are definitely going to be making choices that are going to affect how your matches go and what type of play style you have, all those sorts of things. So we've got things like the Cyborg Blaster that are just, it's kind of a standard blaster that's really just trusty. It fires off quite a few shots, does good damage, and then it's done. But you also have blasters like this fist rocket, which fires a homing fist that will do kind of a loop. And as it's doing the loop, it's actually like tracking and looking for targets. And if it hits anybody or anybody comes within range while it's doing that loop, it will shoot right to them, and it has like a homing rocket. So this is really kind of handy when things get really chaotic, right? You can just fire and forget, and it's
I
super
don't
good.
know about everybody in chat, but I feel like I should be taking notes right now. Like
Yeah,
I really need to know this information so that launch day comes and I'm prepared to pick
yeah.
the best power ups, like literally.
Yeah, this would
uh,
we should make this a series, and it would just be, we'll do a deep dive on each power up. But
yeah.
yeah,
Byron Delgado wants us to show Lego mermaids because they love Lego mermaids, and who
Lego
doesn't,
mermaids.
right?
We have a few Lego mermaids in the game, and also a merman. I don't know if that's as interesting, but we have one. So yeah, we can go back out there. I want to take just a couple more minutes to talk about just a few power ups. Let's switch to we'll kind of go from here and switch to the other classes. But yeah, we got lots of stuff here. Carrot gun does piercing damage. We'll go through these a little faster. Krabby crabs are fun. You just toss them
Carrot
and
gun. I'm sorry, carrot gun.
yes,
I learned too from Sparkly Unicorn that you can collect um, the little what are those called? Are the power ups in maps by
yeah,
using a
uh-huh.
projectile?
Yes, you can. So these can be handy if you're in, like, again, if you're in the heat of the moment and you need to gather a power up. A lot of times you have to leave the control point and go off to find a new power up. But this can greatly shorten that distance, right? Where I can kind of jump off, shoot a power up block, and then I'm straight back onto the control point. So they're useful for that as well. And all of these blasters will kind of do that. Anything that can deal damage when it hits should break a power up block for you. So this popcorn, which is kind of like a stick of dynamite that happens to be corn, if it explodes near a power up block, you'll collect that power up block as well.
Ah, that's really good to know as well.
Yeah.
Um, Energy Lloyd asked, "Will there be battle passes similar to other games?" And so I feel like we can talk about how themes you can kind of work your way through the themes, right?
Yes, for sure. And that's kind of for us the our themes are in a sense kind of like our battle passes, but the difference is where a lot of battle passes out there you'll purchase. Ours are not like that. They're all just kind of there and all available from you from the get-go. So it's like at launch having just a whole bunch of battle passes that you can just choose whatever one you want and just work your way through it. So it's really nice. It's really convenient and kind of takes some of that uh, the fear of missing out if a battle pass is ending and you haven't finished it. There's not any of that here. You can just switch, pick whatever you want as you go along.
Car 29 asks, "Is there a life limit mode or is it just time limit based?"
So we have a few different game modes, and each of those modes has kind of a different rule set. So only one of our games has like lives, and that is the free for brawl mode. And if you're playing with friends on the couch, you can customize that and choose how many lives you want. But if you're playing just through regular matchmaking, free for brawl matches start with three. And then there's our control point mode, which we'll bring up a matchmaking list here. So these top two with the flag on them, the little flag icon to the left, Ninjago and Castle, those are both control point modes. Now, this one below it, oh, looks like we got disconnected. But we'll try it again. Go right back in. But yeah, so this first two are going to be control points. This one below it is going to be, this is a free for brawl Sorry, it's not Free for Brawl. This one is Brawl Royale. Oh no, we're disconnected again. I wonder if we're having some connection issues. But anyway, with the Brawl Royale is the elimination mode that we played before, where every opponent you eliminate, you score a point. The person with the most points at the end wins. And then Free for Brawl is kind of that that bigger, like, life-based mode, and it's not bigger. It actually feels a little bit tighter. But we'll go into here and we'll have a look at it, just so we can see how this would look. And since we had a request earlier for a mermaid, I think we'll go in as a mermaid.
KMB wants to know if there's going to be more themes.
Yeah, you can definitely expect more themes, which is really exciting because there's a lot of LEGO themes that we haven't tapped into yet. A lot of fun stuff out there. And, we do actually kind of occasionally go back in and add some more content to our existing themes as well, which is also very fun.
And the seasonal content too.
Right, seasonal content as well, which is super fun. It's always cool to, when it's a certain time of year, have that festive costume that just really works. So let's have a look at this real quick since we were talking about it. So this is our local mode.
Choose number of lives.
Yeah, so we can choose. You can start with 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 lives. I kind of like 3. It seems like the games last about as long as you'd like them to. And then we have all of our different Free for Brawl stages that we can choose. And since I don't have anybody here with me to play necessarily in this room because we're doing couch mode, I'll just fill with AI players and we'll go ahead and we'll start one of these.
Do you think that the AI is challenging to play against?
I do, and they actually will kind of scale with you as well as you play. They get a little bit tougher as you work through the ranks and stuff like that. So we've kind of tried to tune our AI so they're always pushing you a little bit, but never so awful that they just don't. You're not having a good time.
Yeah,
so,
no chance of winning
right.
Or anything.
Yeah,
that wouldn't be fun.
Yesterday against Lawful Enforcer.
Right. Lawful Enforcer might be AI. We don't know. No.
Yeah, who knows?
Jace Lionheart asked if you complete a theme, like for instance the Western theme. Mm-hmm. Once you've completed it, is there going to be anything else you can work for in the Western theme?
So once you've finished a theme, no, there won't be anything left in the Western theme for you to work towards. And we actually will kind of prompt you to pick a new theme because you don't want to be wasting all your time brawling and not working towards a theme. So we will ask you to pick a new theme, like, hey, it's time for a new theme. But if down the road we were to add new content to the Western theme, then you would see that come through.
It's never out of the question, right? So like, if players are like, "Whoa, we want more Western content," just let us know. We want to know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
and
that's always a
possibility. Yeah, and absolutely. If you've got a favorite theme or something like that you want to see more of, that's the best way. If we know that, all of our players are just dying for more Western content, we're probably getting to see some more Western content at some point. And there we are. So yeah, you can see.
So sorry.
Go ahead. No, yeah.
I was going to say over on YouTube that we had some players who were asking what time on Friday the game will release, and that it is dependent on whether you're purchasing it on Steam, PlayStation, or Switch or Xbox. But if you haven't already, you can check the YouTube comments because I know LEGO Brawls commented in there the exact times for you. But it should go live about midnight UTC for Switch and Xbox, midnight local time for PlayStation, and it looks like midnight PST / it will be different depending on your time zone for Steam. So that's a lot of information. but I hope that helps you get it as soon as possible.
I just like check periodically throughout the day and then do like the sad walk away every time it's not ready yet.
Right, just like I just won't sleep.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just gonna stay awake and refresh.
Right.
I love this music. I love.
I know the pirate tune is super catchy.
Would you have a favorite tune from like one of the themes?
Um,
One of the
honestly, it's probably the space theme, and
Okay.
we've been sitting on that at the home screen because we had been working on that. But yeah, the space tune is just, it's really hard not to bounce to that one.
I feel like
But
I
this-
saw you just jump right past a bird. So I feel like we should know that there's no birds being harmed.
Yeah,
in the making
no
of LEGO
no
Brawls.
birds, or you see there's
Monkey.
a monkey up there, or sharks. Sharks are not
Oh.
harmed in the making
They're
of this
doing
either.
the harm.
Yes, they are. They are the dangerous ones.
Jay
But
Flying
yeah.
Heart asks, "Can you earn stuff from playing offline?"
That's a good question, and I think that you can, as long as you're playing, in like these sorts of matches like this, you do earn something. I think. Yeah.
And I also ask if there is voice chat, and I do want to say that there is not voice chat in the game. However, if you want to make new friends, you can definitely head over to our Discord. Just gonna plug Discord another time because we have a great cross-platform community over there. So if you're looking to make friends and even hop in voice channels or something like that with some of them, you can do that on our Discord server.
Yeah, and if you are playing with your friends, on whatever system it is, you can use kind of the native like party invites and stuff like that, so you can still do business as usual like you would there. But like you said,
Right.
John, we have in game there isn't an option for voice chat. All right, we're doing pretty all right. I feel like,
I mean, you look to be doing pretty all right.
yeah, it's going pretty
You
good here.
You got the shark on your side.
Oh, and then I was
Oh,
betrayed by the
no.
shark.
We always speak too soon. I think
I
we
know,
get so excited.
I feel like it is every time we say like, "Oh, this is good." That's when it goes sideways. Which is all right. We did it. We won.
Nice.
And now we get to see who took the top brawler spot. Fingers crossed. Oh, not quite. Well,
They deserved it.
I think that we technically tied. So
Yeah.
I don't feel too bad about it, but that number one next to your name is always exciting.
Yeah, it feels good, right? Like that's the aim.
Right. Okay, so here we go. We're unlocking a little more content here. Got a nice cool face. Oh, I can't wait to finish that minifig. That's gonna be so much fun.
I love those sideburns.
Yeah, they're really, really cool.
Official Spiff Reese asks, "Will there be emotes?" And yes, there are a lot.
Yes, we have a bunch of those, and this is kind of let's go to our brawler to have a look at some of those, because those are fun. So whenever you eliminate someone, your little minifig pops up in the bottom of their screen, and you'll see them. They'll do your emote. So we've got a few unlocked here, but this is basically what you're gonna see, or your opponents are gonna see when you eliminate them. So there's some fun ones. Really cool to just, I don't know. There's some of them that are just so ridiculous. Like if you get eliminated and then you see, this guy riding the rocket, like it just.
I mean, he does look cool.
Yeah,
He looks
it's super
really
cool, right? But yeah, there's lots of fun ones here. And again, these are things that you can expect to unlock in the content themes. Like this one here, this Earth emote, comes from the Ninjago track, and it's super cool. And this one, the in a pinch, is from the pirate track, and you can tell by the little icon there on it. This one of my favorites, is from the Alien Conquest track. So lots of cool stuff. And then other ones that you'll get, from your champions, like this one, and we've got another one for the Super Wrestler, which I think is also lots of fun.
I just want to mention, I think we may have faced a few technical hiccups with Steam. So thank you for sticking in there with us, and refresh your page, or encourage your friends to refresh their page if they're having any issues watching on Steam. But thank you for sticking in there with us. And if you want, you can always hop on to any of our other streams, because we're streaming on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook as well.
Yeah, we've had a couple hiccups too with the matchmaking, but seems to be good for the most part.
These things happen. It's like whenever you're trying to show someone something and it's something you've done 1,000 times before, you're bound to have some kind of hiccup, right? You're like, I swear I know what I'm doing.
We've done this before, I promise.
I'm pretty sure. Unless I was dreaming.
Right. Let's go ahead and do another one of these free for brawl matches to see if that kind of gives us a little leeway.
Oh, who are you gonna pick? I'm just waiting.
It's Harry Granny.
Okay, Harry Granny, yes.
And let's try a new, the OG, right? Let's try a new different stage here. This would be the castle stage, and it's fun. Most of these have like a cool stage hazard that you kind of have to watch out for while you're brawling, and I don't know if you guys can guess what it's going to be on this one, but it should be pretty exciting. And I am P1, where when you're in a lobby like this, you're going to have indicators over everybody's head.
I see that horse in the corner there. Are you gonna go for it? Somebody else already got it.
But yeah,
is that one called a joust? What is that one called?
This one is actually not the joust. It's kind of similar, but you can actually control this one, where the joust is like a full-on charge in one direction. Okay. The horse charge, you can change directions and all that fun stuff. So it's a little different. The joust you can also use to kind of push people off control points or off the edge, if you're looking to get an elimination rather than just defend the control point. So a couple different options. But yeah, this one is the horse charge, and you don't want to go into the lava with it if you can. I know you had said earlier that no.
Sacrifice your horse.
I know.
But look,
flashbacks.
This is a game. No horses were actually harmed. Oh my goodness.
So yeah, what's that? Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask. I keep seeing some things popping up in the left-hand corner. So that's anytime somebody gets eliminated, it notifies you.
Yep. So you can see right there, I got a couple of them with that crossbow, and it shows you who was eliminated, who eliminated them, and how did they do it. So you'll see 3 different kind of icons there.
Yeah. So if you see somebody getting, you just see like tons of baguettes. You really need to watch out for whoever is carrying that baguette.
Yeah, it is a dangerous baguette. Uh-oh. Here comes the lava. Ouch. We survived.
Oh.
Harry Granny coming in for the win.
Harry Granny has the anti-gravity.
Yeah.
So hairy and so floaty.
If there's anything cooler than a granny, it's a granny with a beard in space.
Oh, Lawful Enforcer says, most people see eliminations coming from me.
Yes. This
is
true.
Okay. We know. We get it.
Please don't hurt me. Let's see if we can get into this Monkie Kid stage. Oh, looks like we're gonna go in. Lots of votes for Monkie Kid.
Popular one.
Yeah, it is. And we were talking earlier about the different game modes. This is one that I don't know if I mentioned or not, but this is a collect mode. And so in this one, we're after peaches, and you want to just collect and hold as many peaches as you can. They spawn all over the map at these peach trees that we kind of see, and every time you're eliminated, you'll drop a peach. So it's about finding the peaches and keeping a hold of them. But you can also, if you want to be a little more aggressive, you can go for eliminations and try and steal them from your opponents.
If you eliminate somebody, they will drop a peach, correct?
Yes. And this is, so you see I'm riding on the back of this guy here. This is Sandy, and he's kind of the level ultimate for this stage. And he actually will hit you hard enough, you see there,
Yeah.
it dislodges a peach. So if you see someone and Sandy is on their side, it's best to kind of just turn the other direction and run. If you want to keep your peaches, I mean, if you don't really care about your peaches, then keep at it. Oh no!
When playing with CPU, can you change the difficulty on them?
So right now you can't change the difficulty on them. They, like I said, we have them tuned in a way that they kind of scale with you. But that's definitely something that we could add in the future if you want to play in an AI match against really tough AI, or you want to have them take it easier on you. We could maybe have a little bit of some control over that. That would be fun. Really good for like training purposes and stuff. Like earlier when I was trying to get ready if Lawful Enforcer was in the lobby again.
Jace Lionheart asked, do you guys plan on having holiday themed stages or game modes?
We had kind of teased a little bit about this before, but yes, that's definitely something that we plan on having. You'll probably
content is so fun. I mean, how could you not? How could we not?
For sure. And so you'll for sure see some exciting stuff there, and yeah, stages, minifigures, power-ups, all sorts of fun stuff. I might get 15 peaches here, which would be fantastic.
Wow.
So
do you have like a record peach collecting number?
So these matches will actually end if someone collects 15. So
okay.
It's either a time limit, which collecting 15 doesn't happen all the time, but it definitely can. So if you can collect 15, it's kind of an exciting moment there. So
you got 15.
I got 15. I want to say that it happens to me all the time, but I also don't want to lie on camera. Oh my gosh.
You wouldn't know.
Oh, we're so close. We just need one more piece.
Just a hat.
Yep. Just the hat. We're almost there.
The question is, how many hours are you going to have to log? Because I heard that you're planning to play on every single platform.
Yeah, which really,
it's in order to keep up, your collection.
It's gonna take a lot.
Yeah.
They're gonna see that time off request at work for the next few weeks. Just gonna have to be playing LEGO Brawls. Let's change our theme just for fun here. I wanted to jump in and kind of maybe make a little bit of progress on this Jurassic World one, because there's some really cool minifigures in here. John Hammond is a fun one. Cool emotes
too. All white.
Yeah, exactly, right.
Style.
And he also comes with the cool amber cane. You know what I mean? That's where they got the DNA. This is a fun one.
I love that one.
I know,
that's probably my favorite. My favorite entire thing from the Jurassic World theme.
It's a lot of fun. This one for me rivals it. I think that if it's hard to decide. it's dusting your shoulder off afterwards. But Ian Malcolm is really where where I want to be, so I can have, you know, some fun customization options. So let's go ahead and we'll switch to Jurassic World, and then we'll get in.
Robert F wants us to play Hidden Side.
Okay, we will jump in here to matchmaking, and if we get a chance to, we'll vote for it. It doesn't look like we've got an opportunity here, but we'll keep our eyes out for Hidden Side. Next time we get a chance to, we'll definitely throw our vote on there and see if we can get it.
Robert F also says Ian Malcolm is life goals.
Exactly, right? See, you guys get it.
They get it.
Yeah.
And Jace Lionheart wants to know, how do you play offline?
So if you don't have an internet connection or something like that, just going into Brawl like we did here will throw you into just a regular match. But we don't have necessarily like a dedicated offline mode aside from our couch co-op mode at the moment. But that's definitely something that we could add if you just want to play the regular modes against AI. Definitely something you can do.
Do you have like a preference on a Ninjago stage?
You know, I kind of like the Ninjago Legacy stage because it's a Brawl Royale match, so it's kind of a lone wolf sort of thing where you're on your own and you're just trying to rack up eliminations. So I kind of like it for that reason. Also has
the
a
underground element of this
yeah.
one.
Yeah, it's super cool, and like the mech, right? You can't argue with the mech. But yeah, they have like there's a really cool ultimate power up on that stage too. It's a Kitana, and when you have the Kitana, you kind of are just super powered, and you have a couple really cool moves that are fun. There's like a dash slash and a cyclone jump, we called it, but they're both really effective, really fun moves.
Hot dog guy.
Did you see him?
I saw him. He eliminated you.
Oh. Yeah. That'll happen sometimes. You can never let your guard down around Hot Dog Guy.
No. Pretty much around any of the food suits.
You're right. Okay, here we go. We're gonna see if we can get this control point back. And excuse me, but I would like to have this point.
Oh, so can you walk over that hatch in the ground?
Yes,
or...
so that's
okay.
kind of a handy little workaround, right? So there are these trap doors that you can jump through, and you can also drop down through them. So if you ever need to, maybe just get past all the chaos and go over to the other side, you just go underneath. And then here we are.
So how do you go down?
So
do you need to
can
hit
just
a specific button?
No, you just push down on your joystick and it will drop you down.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're on something that uses a touch screen, you just do the down swipe and you'll drop right through.
That's a quick out if you're in trouble.
Yeah, for sure. It'll definitely save you. So yeah, and it's always kind of the same. You can kind of see the little platform there, so you'll know if you're in Castle, for instance, there's a few of those, and just wherever you go. Oh, Hot Dog Guy.
Oh
again.
man, Car29 has a great question from YouTube. They say the stages are big. I really enjoy the look of them, and they want to know if playing with friends will pan out or split screen.
If you are playing with friends, like on couch co-op, then we keep you play the Brawl Royale matches, so it's one big screen. And those stages are designed for that, so they're a little bit tighter. But yeah, the camera will kind of pan in and out and keep everybody on there. But if you're going into matchmaking with friends online, then everybody will have their own dedicated screen. But yes, you'd have to have your own device or whatever it is that you're using to play it.
Oh my gosh, you're so close to this
We're
one too.
we're one mustache away from finishing this one, and it's a magnificent mustache.
I feel like your particular goal is to collect all of the facial hair pieces.
Yeah, for sure. And then just to equip as many as we as we can. So you see with Gaming Gamer right now, if we had unlocked that mustache, we could do just like we did yesterday, but instead of a beard on top of a beard, we could do a mustache on top of a mustache. So double mustache, double beard. Take your pick. And I tried voting for Hidden Side here, but it didn't work. Everybody wanted to play.
Hopefully we'll get in there.
Yeah,
at some point.
We'll keep going too. And like we've said, we're streaming throughout the rest of the week, so there's going to be lots of opportunities. And I won't forget. I promise I won't forget. Vote for Hidden Side.
I'll make a note. I'll make a note. Yeah, because I mean, I can't believe time is already flying. But
I know we have just a few minutes left, don't we?
I know, it's crazy. We just have like so much fun going through everything. But like he said, we're streaming all week, and we have an extra long stream on Friday as well with more of the development team. So definitely tune in for that. And I think tomorrow we actually are streaming at a different time. We're streaming earlier in the day. If I'm not mistaken, it should be 11 a.m. Mountain Time.
Let's make sure because I think I need to be there. If we're gonna stream.
I feel like you should know this.
Yeah, I know, right? That would be really awkward.
No, we're definitely streaming 11 a.m. tomorrow Mountain Daylight Time. So tune in and we'll try to get to Hidden Side tomorrow. If we didn't get to your question, bring it tomorrow. Bring it the rest of the week. We're gonna be here all week.
We'll be answering questions as often as we can. Oh, this guy has the Kitana that I was talking about earlier. And that's what happens sometimes when you're against someone with it. Oh, I have it.
And Dan Williams asked, will there be paid DLC or free or both? And LEGO Brawls answered, but I just want to make this clear for everybody. There are no microtransaction. Once you purchase the game, you'll have everything that comes with it. And that includes, future content or seasonal content.
Yep. And just kind of like we had said earlier, like we had a question about battle passes, and the answer is, we're not planning on doing battle passes because we kind of have them in the form of content tracks, and they're all available and they're all free, and you don't have to finish one like within a time limit or whatever. You just do what you want, brawl, and have a good time.
Oh, that was a cool brawler. That baseball guy.
I know. And that's kind of one of the things too that's really fun about this game. I mean, obviously we've talked about it a little bit, where there are 77 trillion different options, but it's just so fun to see some of the stuff that people come up with. I mean, just absolutely bonkers. Yeah,
you can derive inspiration for your next LEGO Brawler.
Or see that one piece where you're like, okay, now I know what I need. Got to get that piece.
This is cool. Is that a hoverboard?
Yeah, it is. It's a little hoverboard that's kind of handy because you can kind of glide around, but then it also shoots a little 3-round burst. It's pretty good. There's a little bit of a spread on it, so it's kind of hard to be super accurate, but it definitely is handy. Oh no. So this is kind of like I was saying, where you got to keep an eye on your health bar there. We were in a sticky situation.
Yep, I saw that. I thought you were making some evasive maneuvers there.
Yeah, I was doing my best. Awesome.
Let's see if you got that mustache.
Yeah, I hope so. Keep my fingers crossed. Let's see how we did too. I know we didn't tick first, but oh look, there's that emote. Digital Hunter. We took second. That's not too bad.
Nice. pretty good for a gaming gamer.
Right. You know, it's not necessarily a winning winner all the time, but gaming gamer.
Right.
Yep. And so we got another piece of this one here. No mustache, but maybe if we keep our fingers crossed, that's enough reason to come back tomorrow and watch, I think. Don't you?
Yeah, I think so. And plus, hidden side. We're not
Right.
going to forget. We
That
say
we
it enough times, we won't forget.
We can promise tomorrow there will be mustaches and hidden side. So
Yes.
I don't know what else you guys could ask for, really.
Totally, yeah. But thank you all so much for joining us. If you want to go ahead and pre-order, you can head over to LEGOBrawlsGame.com. You can check out our social channels, our community channels over there. You can pre-order. You can get all kinds of fun content. Yeah, and just so you know, the game, if you haven't already heard us say, comes out this Friday, September 2nd. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to our channel. That way you'll get those notifications for when we go live the rest of the week. I don't know if there's anything else to say.
Yeah, I think that covers it. So, I think it's time we bid you all farewell, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.